Hi everyone, Sherry Meisner here. I am here with Madeline Brownell, and you can see our faces tonight. We thought it was kind of fun last month, so we thought we'd try it again. We are glad you're here for our team meeting tonight, and it's just a time to connect. That's the most important part. Is we want this to be interactive. We feel like you could ask questions. We're going to talk about, since it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. But we are going to share ways to connect your heart to your client's heart to share with them. And if you can connect hearts, you are going to share more authentically and real. And that's what's important, because clients don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And that is so true. We're getting feedback, I don't hear anything. How about you, Madeline?
I don't, but let me go ahead and mute me.
Okay. Is it okay, Pam, are we better now that Madeline is muted? Otherwise, okay, we'll mute each other when we're not talking. We'll try. Okay, so let's get started here. We're glad you're here tonight. Oops, I keep losing the pictures, but I think you guys can still see me when I change the slides. Can you still see me? Did you lose me? Sorry, we're learning this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So here's Madeline and I. This is on our first incentive trip, and congratulations to Madeline, who was our first or second, I apologize, winner for this one. And I'm still working hard to get there with her. But I love this quote. I think I'll use it every month. I achieved things I never thought were possible because I had incredible women encouraging me along the way. And I seriously think that is the best thing about Forever, is the relationships that we have built with our clients and our team. Our clients' relationship is just as important. Sorry, I'm reading things as I'm talking here. Oh, Madeline, and I just want you to build those relationships with your clients as well. I think that's equally as important. And just know that your exec team is here and your leader team is here to support you 100% of the way. And we are glad you're with us. Now, we are not going to repeat, as always, we're never going to repeat what home office says. I think that's kind of annoying. So we don't want to repeat the message that home office webinar training gives us. And I'm going to come and mute everyone as soon as I can figure it out. Sorry. Hold on, I got to unmute you now, Elizabeth. All right, Madeline.
All right, should we try me unmuted for a minute?
Yep, I think I muted everyone else. Pam, let me know if that's better. Right. My apologies, guys. Like I said, we're not repeating what home office did, but it is the first Wednesday of every month at noon Central, so please catch the recording. If you already did, type in the chat box that you already listened, or you will listen to the webinar that home office did. This is a great one. It really was a great one. And if you go under ambassador information in the back office training site, you will see videos, and that's where you're going to find it every month. It'll be right here where I have it highlighted. Two main things I did want to point out is, if any of you are aspiring leaders, we'd love for you to start their Aspiring Leader program that'll start in March. And one requirement is that you have to have $500 in sales in February, just to show that you're serious about, aspiring to leadership. And so we wanted to mention that. And also, they talked about having a 2018 advisory board, and we'd love to have our team represented. They pick like 4 people at each level, from qualified ambassador all the way to senior exec. So please, if you're interested in giving your input to Forever Home Office, join that. As you know, there's the specials, but like I said, not repeating, so we are moving on. Be Seen in 2018 is our theme. Look at these numbers. Again, another great month. January, a great way to start the year. I love this quote as well: supporting another success won't dampen yours. And cheering each other on and loving on each other and celebrating each other just makes us all stronger. And that's what I love about this team. So congratulations to our team builders. Congratulations to our top salespeople. And just remember that these people are all in the running now for quarter one consistency bonus, because you have to have $1,000, and then $2,000 above. Sky, congrats, and above are all in for the $2,000 consistency bonus for quarter one to earn $200 or $400 bonus. Also, all of these people earned the special training by Shelly Murray, which I believe is this Friday. And they also earned that really great insulated Forever mug. So congratulations to all of you on that. All right, Madeline.
So in December, we were all talking about some different fun things that we wanted to do. And one of them was that we wanted to pamper somebody, for one person from each team at Forever Life. And so we put this challenge out, Christmas opportunity, and to get a ticket, it was every $1,000 sold in December and in January, and if you added a new team member. And so those we drew, and we put tickets in for each of our 6 teams, all senior execs, and then we drew one lucky person out, and drum roll, please.
Oh, but before, let's remind them that please join us in Pittsburgh yet. There's still time. Okay, here we go. Ready, drum roll. Here's our winners.
Yes. Here we go. Yay! Okay, so our VIP winners that are going to get special treatment from Sherry's team is Judy. From Melody's team is Deborah. From Pam is Kim. Bridget will give special treatment to Rhonda. Mariana will be with Kelly, and Madeline with Sky. So congratulations and really good job on all the hard work. And we want all of you come to Pittsburgh, and we'll make it special for everybody, but extra special for these hard workers.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you. All right. As always, we love to spotlight our team. And this one is spotlighted. Cheryl is in my second line, and she was spotlighted by her upline, Kathleen Eichler, today. So about Cheryl Fry, forever, hashtag forever passionate, hashtag forever family oriented, hashtag forever willing to help others, forever faith filled, forever leading the way, and super close to earning the Los Cabos incentive trip, which I bet she's already did it in the last, she's dollars away at this point. So Cheryl, if you're on, we are so glad you're here. Type in and get yourself a ticket. So good luck on closing the dollars on your trip.
Yes. The next person here is Becky Ivins, and she just lives here in Utah, a really dear friend, and her mother just passed away 2 days ago. So we're sending our condolences. But Becky, hashtag service heart, hashtag everyone's BFF, hashtag most unselfish person I know, and I know a lot of unselfish people. Hashtag shares her love of digital scrapbooking with everyone and helps them too. Hashtag incredible cook and decorator, caregiver, hostess, and traveler. And she's hashtag works full time and plays full time.
Nice. Glad you're here. This one is spotlighted by Bridget Schwebach, and Stacey Olson is being spotlighted tonight. Hashtag on purpose sharing, Steady Eddie Business Monthly, hashtag beautiful fun soul, forever fierce, and hashtag dream big. And if you're on, Stacey, type in and we'll get you a ticket. And thanks for listening if you're on the recording.
All right, this one is in Mariana's downline, and her upline is Linda, and we're going to hot spotlight Holly Glenn. Hashtag proud mama of 2 boys. Hashtag 15-minute challenge superstar. Hashtag 5 forever print books in January. She is a superstar. Hashtag invested in her clients. Hashtag senior ambassador top seller. Hashtag my forever friend and family. Holly, if you're here, go ahead and type in that you're here, and great job.
All right, and then our last one is spotlighting is on Pam Van Roekel's senior exec team, and her Pam's downline, Lori Lafferty, spotlighting on her team, Melanie Olson. So Melanie Olson, hashtag faithfully works in forever storage, hashtag attends Click Club to learn, hashtag runs an antique store and gets questions about old photos. How great. And knowledgeable about the genealogy world. So great to have you on our team, Melanie. So glad you're here. And I hope you're here. Type in and we'll get you a ticket.
All right. So I love this little cartoon here, this little meme. And I'm going to read it to you. And then I want you to just think about it for just a minute. So to me, that almost looks like the grandpa with his grandson, but it says, son, one day you will appreciate the truly important things in life. And then we see, you know, how many ever decades later, a full-on shade tree with huge branches. And he is grown man swinging his little girl saying, thanks, Dad. So as you think about this, how many ways can you correlate this to forever? And so just type it in the chat box if anything comes to mind, and we'll come back to it in just a minute.
All right. Can't wait to hear what you say. Sorry, my thing doesn't change real easy. All right. So while you're typing that in, I just wanted to share on some ways, since we're in the day before Valentine's Day, ways to love on our clients that I do. Why not send Valentine's Day and out cards? Send everyone, all your clients, a fun mail. Everyone loves fun mail. And you might be thinking, well, Valentine's Day's tomorrow. Who cares? You'd be okay if got a Valentine in the mail on the 15th or 16th or 17th, right? So will they. So just tell them how much you appreciate them, invite them to your next event, or invite them to get together, or just tell them something special that you notice about them. And what about a thank you card? Are you guys sending thank you cards when your clients order? I do this every order. A thank you card goes out. So this is the last one I made. And on the back, I just got the date of my next event. I change them. They look different all the time. I try to add different little things to catch their eye. And then I always put the date of my next event in. So, share if you have a Facebook group, or share your website, your phone number, and then just send a little personal note on the back thanking them for their order. I hope you love your book, or I can't wait to see it, or bring it next time. So this was really important to me. I think this is something that really builds relationships, and we all know we are definitely in the relationship business. All right, so before we flip, Madeline, let's read some of the chats that we got before we kind of share some of the answers that we had. So do you want to read them, or should I?
Yeah. So they're all thinking about the preservation kind of line of things, which is great. So Sky, preservation, passing on what is important, legacy, family history. Chris, passing it down to future generations. Elizabeth, we are planting seeds now that will pay off for generations to come. Cheryl, our photos will be saved forever for future generations. And family treasured moments history.
All right, so they were all kind of thinking on the same.
Yeah, saving. All right, so what we were thinking as well, maybe outside the box, is and some of you did say this, what we plant now, of course, is going to blossom later. And the sooner we get those seeds planted, the sooner they can blossom. So the saying is, well, I love what Sherry has here. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. I think that's interesting that it's by Warren Buffett. I mean, the financial guru that knows the power of the compound effect there. But we were thinking, Sherry and I, when we were talking about it, how about the seed of what would that bloom in if you did 15 minutes a day and on your personal photos? I mean, if you did that 365 days a year or close to, that's hours. That's like 90 hours. How about one call a day to a new client, or one call a day to a team, or a potential team sharing of why you thought of them. So all of these little seeds that you're planting is what's going to make it so that you have something blooming in your business later on. And the sooner you do it, the sooner it can blossom.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about some ideas to help you with that. So here's another one to think about. How many ways can you correlate this picture with forever? So type that in the chat box. And while you think about that and type that in, Madeline's going to share a little tip that we'd like you to all think about.
All right, so Sherry is constantly going, please put in your address. So if you guys can go to your back office, so just click under your name and go to your back office, and then go down to your ambassador profile that Sherry's pointing to there, and add your mailing address, because sometimes we have fun things we want to mail you and we just don't have your address. And then make sure that your email preferences are the way you're set, which Sherry's highlighted over there. Do you want an email when you have a personal sale, or when your team has a commission, or when you get a new customer? And you can set it any way that you want it, and try some different things. And so mine is set for new customers, and I'll tell you what, I love it when I get that email. That's
really absolutely fun. All right, so let's talk about what they saw in the pop machine, in the popcorn. My chat box is not opening for some reason. Okay. So why don't we read them? Yes, please.
Okay, Chris. You never know which person will pop into your customer ambassador. Sky, seeds pop into something great. Takes effort, heat to get to the good stuff. We need to keep working to see rewards. Oh, these are awesome. Cheryl, when we first share with someone, it doesn't always result in a sale right away, but eventually it will pop into a sale over time. Perfect. Those are great.
That's exactly what we were thinking. And exactly, many are going to pop, especially in time when you add a little heat. And exactly what I thought was the heat was the offer and keep sharing, but some won't, right? And that is okay. Focus on the ones that do. We're not trying to talk anyone into anything. We're sharing what we offer. If it's not the right timing for them or the heat isn't just turned out perfectly for them, they may not pop, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you never talk to them again. It just means you share again in a different time. So if you don't turn on the heat or you don't offer, there is not a chance in heck that they're going to pop. So let's turn on the heat and let's offer. All right. So Madeline, go ahead.
Okay, so now, and thank you for all the participation, you guys. It's so appreciated. What we wanted you to answer in the chat box now is these feel questions. So type in how you feel when your friend recommends a great book because she thought of you when you read it and you loved it.
And if you kind of like romance, suspense, this is a great book, way better than the movie. Type in how you would feel if your neighbor tells you about a new natural product that eliminates your weeds in your garden and saves you tons of time. Yes, please.
Oh, type in how you would feel when your doctor recommends a new medicine that frees you from headaches and all the worry, stress that comes with it.
And remember, every time you type in a little question, you get a ticket for our drawing at the end. So if you're new, you may not have known that. So I apologize, I didn't mention it before. So every time you type in an answer, because we like participation, you don't fall asleep. And it's more fun for us. Type in how you feel when your sister gives you a gift that brings you a smile and great joy in your heart. Or maybe a friend if you don't have a sister. How do you feel?
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, we have all of these with the gift of forever. We simply have to be willing to tell others and open our mouths. We have products others will love, products that will save you time, products that will take away stress and worry, and products that will bring you joy. So now, okay, good job. So now that you've written down some of these happy words, write down, and like Sherry said, anything you type in the comments, you'll get a ticket. Type in the forever products that come to mind when we talk about products that you love, that save you time, take away stress and worry, and that bring you joy.
I mean, that's probably going to be pretty much all of them, right? Good, good. So as you're typing that in, that is great. We're just going to kind of keep moving on for time. Is that forever is a game. I mean, it is a numbers game, and I hate numbers. I don't do spreadsheets very well. There is no secret that it is a numbers game, though. The number game is the person that talks to the most people wins. And I know some of you probably think that Madeline and I throw out an email or Facebook post and people call us. Well, I'll tell you a little secret. That's not how it happens. We wish it happened that way, but we are always continuously building relationships and calling them and starting the message with a text or a Facebook why we thought of them. And we want to encourage you and help you with some ideas tonight on how to continue to do that. So do you want to win in the game of forever? And are you willing to step out of your comfort zone to win? Because if you're not continuously calling people or texting people and building relationships with people, you know, they just don't come flocking to you. Unfortunately, it's just reality. And people that, you know, that you've talked to then will start sending you referrals. And so all of those are win. So type in, what does win mean to you? Not a wrong answer here. Type in the chat of what win means to you while we share. Like right now, the Olympics is a common relationship place that we can build with each other that everyone is experiencing right now. So also social media, I use more of that to build relationships, more so to see what's going on in people's lives. So I can, when I see them out and about, or, when I message them, I have something that I can talk to them about, and it gives me a reason to call and connect. I don't just call to sell them something. I call them to connect, to build the relationships, to, talk to my friends, and ask, how I can help them. And I just wanted to share this weekend, it's important to get involved into areas of your life that are important to you. And so this is a dear friend of mine's daughter, and Josh and I went to prom this weekend it's called Night to Shine, so a special needs prom. And I used to be a special ed teacher, so it is near and dear to my heart. And we were this couple's buddies, and it was priceless. It was the best night, it was just so heartwarming. And in doing something that was near and dear to my heart, I talked to 2 people that I had not talked to about photos before. And because, of course, I had my camera to take their picture. But, just involve yourself in things you enjoy, that brings you joy, and build relationships. And I think you'll be really surprised. So let's hear, Madeline, what do people say what does win mean to them?
So Chris said, win, a fellowship of friends, clients, and ambassador to live and love through your photos. Andy said, yes, I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone to win. Win means reaching my financial goals, but also my social emotional needs. That's so true, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Kathleen, winning is being true to myself, living my personal mission statement daily. Oh, I love this. Marcia said, I love to see what comes out after hours of fun designing. And then I'm just moving backwards. So Guy said, win, helping people find the solutions that they need. I love that.
All right. So and you guys keep reading those as we kind of move on. Go back and read everyone's, because that's exactly true. There's not a right or wrong way to win with Forever, but you will win, whether it's emotionally, financially. You will win. I promise, if you share what you love. Okay, go ahead, Madeline.
All right, so talking about experiencing and sharing forever, and I think it's Becky that wrote this, learn it, love it, leave a legacy. Mm-hmm. So I have an ambassador who really is enjoying forever in the experience, and comes to my monthly workshops, and she wants a friend there. So anyway, didn't really make the connection, but one day she was talking to her friend, and she's like, oh my goodness, we used to paint together and do these things, decades ago, the tall painting thing. And she said, I have this new hobby, and it started to share it to her. And she goes, do you think you'd be interested? And she said, I want you to be part of this and experience with me. And she said, I've got to learn it. And let's learn it together. And they are. And so I loved it because she wants to learn it more than anything. She just keeps working at it. Not that it's hard. She just wants to understand all of it. And so when she announced it to her friend had a Mac, and this other ambassador really wants her to use storybooks, Artisan. So she went and got a computer and the software and the Forever Storage account. I just thought that was awesome. And it was all because my ambassador reached out and said, I want a friend, and I want you to experience this with me. I just thought that was really awesome.
And I think we all have someone in our life that we want to experience Forever with, right? I even have friends that don't do Forever that I want them to do it. And I love this. So I think this is something I would love to challenge you all. Like, type in a name who you could say this to. Who is that friend or family member that you want to experience Forever with? And you could say to them, let's learn it together. Let's do this together.
All right, so you want me to continue here, Sherry?
Yes,
is that okay?
Please.
Okay. So this is always mind-boggling to me, and you'd think I would learn and get on the phone and follow up. But anyway, did you know that 79% of leads are never followed up? And so I'm not going to read the statistics over there on the right, except that one that says 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And that doesn't surprise me because I give up long before then. But I'm reading this book called Competing Against Luck, of how businesses are always thinking it's luck that they find the newest innovation. And this guy, Clay Christensen, teaches that it's not luck. It's that you need to come from the standpoint of what is the job that needs to be done. That is what people are all after. They want to progress. And so I want you to think about, what is the job that you want to hire Forever for? What is the job that needs to be done? And I think that that's kind of really so key with Forever, because it's pretty obvious what the job is that needs to be done, but put it in there. And then just really quick, he was working for, I don't know what fast food joint, but they were making milkshakes, and they just could not figure out why they couldn't increase their sales of milkshakes. So they were making them, they were saying to the customers, well, do you want them chocolatier or chunkier or creamier? What do you want? And people would say that, and they would do it, and they didn't make any more sales. So instead, they looked at when their sales were the highest during the day, and it was in the morning, and then in the a little bit later in the afternoon. So they started to talk to people, and they're like, why did you hire this milkshake? and it was the morning commuters, and they're like, well, I don't really want my coworkers to know that I'm drinking a chocolate shake on the way to work, but there's lots of reasons. First of all, it lasts me my whole 30-minute commute. And I like that they put either chocolate in there or fruit in there, because I get a little surprise once in a while. And the most important thing is it wards off the mid-morning snacks. And they're like, well, why did you hire the milkshake and not something else? And they're like, well, I tried bananas, but I ate it too fast. I tried bagels, but they were too crumbly, and I was steering the steering wheel with my knee to put on the cream cheese. And they're just like, when I found the milkshake, I hired it because it did everything I needed to do for me. So then with that, then they installed swipe your card machines, and they made it really super fast for the morning commuter to get that milkshake and be on their way. So then they went and talked to the people that the sales were a little bit higher in the later afternoon, and said, why are you hiring the milkshake? And the reason there was the dads or moms taking their kids to the sports, and they're getting the meal, and the kids they told their kids, no, all day long and all week. And the kid says, can I have a milkshake? And the dad's like, oh, finally I can say yes. And so they get the milkshake, and the consistency of the milkshake was actually needed to be a little bit different in the later afternoon, where they wanted the child to kind of drink it a little bit faster and not take a whole half hour. And so they made the consistency just a little bit different. But the dad and the kid are having this experience and drinking the milkshake. And I just think it's just this cute story of why are you hiring the milkshake? So why would we hire Forever?
That's great. That's a good thing to think about as we're talking to our new clients, and kind of correlation, as well as those statistics, which are really good to remind ourselves every month. So we are kind of going off of last month's. I thought last month's webinar was great about the experiencing and sharing Forever. And we're going to tie off this with the Heart Stories, which we are sharing. If you're on Team Empower, my Facebook page, we've been sharing Heart Stories, and I'm sure some of the other execs are sharing some. And I know our ambassador community is going to start sharing Heart Stories as well. So what we want you to do is first experience Forever yourself firsthand, and then go share your experience. Instead of selling it and calling someone and feeling like you have to sell them on something, it's just not as comfortable. It's not as warm and fuzzy. So all you have to do is experience everything Forever offers, and then you just have to share your experience. I promise you, it will come across way more warm and fuzzy and real than instead of spewing out the facts of what Forever Storage is, okay? So let's talk about some stories. And what I love about this is that if you don't have a Forever Storage story, you have one now, because you have a friend named Kathy. And so you can share, oh my gosh, I heard the best story from my friend Kathy, because everyone's friend is Kathy now. Kathy says, on Christmas Day, my sister told me to look in my Forever account for an album called Linda's Picks. I was so excited. So you can see, I should go back. Kathy's mom passed away about a year ago from, oh gosh, I am so sorry, Kathy. Alzheimer's. I'm sorry. I should know that. It just slipped my brain right now. So when her sister says she looked in your account for Linda's Picks, which is her mom, she was so excited. You can see that her sister, who now their mom has passed, has loaded it with over 3,800 photos from when her now boys that are 14 and 16 were little toddlers. Kathy says she cried and cried, and she had no idea that when Kathy used to send these pictures to her sister via email, like before Facebook was happening, Kathy's sister would save each of those to a jump drive, and her gift was her past. Like, what a precious gift to give someone, and more importantly, in a forever storage account that will be passed on forever. So Kathy says, I don't really know where my originals are, but they are now. She has them all, and she has them forever. And so use these stories to open a door to share about forever storage. Isn't it a little more warm and fuzzy to share about how Kathy's photos are shared forever from her mom that's now passed, and her memory will live on forever in Kathy and her children's lives, and saying, we can hold 10 gigs of storage for $199. It just sounds more. And it's kind of, maybe you could say this: I'd love to learn and get organized with you. It's kind of like Madeline's friend. How fun it would be for us to have a reason to get together more often and do something important for our families, like save their photos and stories forever. Would you like to join me? Would you like to learn alongside me? Should we do this together? When should we do our first meeting, right? All of those are great things to say. And remember, anyone that starts with a new Forever account, they not only get 2 gigs of storage to try it out, but they're also going to get a $10 coupon emailed for them to use on any product they want over $30. I love that. They can get the free app, they can use the Forever print, and they can start making books. So Madeline's going to share a heart story about media conversion.
All right. This is from Angela, and so now you all have a friend named Angela. And she said, I love Forever, especially their conversion and transfer services. I had 20 mini DVD discs sitting in my cupboard full of videos of my kids when they were little. I decided to send them in to be converted to a file I could watch. Forever converted all my DVDs to a USB jump drive. When I received them in the mail, I stuck it right in my computer to watch the videos. It almost brought me to tears, seeing my 13-year-old and 11-year-old playing together as a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So much fun to see. My greatest joy came when my girls watched themselves play together. They laughed and giggled for an hour. They have never seen them before because they were not watchable for 10 years. So worth the money I spent. So February is 10% off overages. After you fill your box, 10% off of the overages. And remember, if it's a new customer, they're going to get that $10 coupon that's stackable. And so type in there somebody that comes to mind of who you will share this with.
Yeah, I think conversion is one thing that if you haven't tried that yet, please try it in February. Buy yourself a box, your Valentine's gifts. You deserve it, because this is something that tugs at your heart, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day. Or think ahead for Mother's Day or Father's Day. I've been converting from my mom for a couple of years. I can't afford to do it all at one time, so I've been doing a little bit for Christmas, Mother's Day, or birthday, a little bit at a time. And certainly it tugs at your heartstring to see loved ones that are passed, hear their voices, and just relive those memories. Certainly a candle will never do that gift justice. So don't forget, we also, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and also with that, I forgot that she's got over here that for the month of February, that we have Focus on 5. And if you get 5 new customers, and a new customer is somebody that hasn't purchased before. So they might already have the free app, but they might not have purchased before. So that would be a new customer or somebody brand new, of course. So 5 new customers and $500 in personal sales, you're going to get this branded tech bag. And if you have $1,000, you get the tech bag plus $50 for a restaurant gift card with the restaurant gift card, and then 10 new customers and $2,000 in sales is a $100 restaurant gift card. And the reason why they're doing the gift cards is our family theme of the year, of the month, of our genealogy theme, and they want you to be able to take your family to dinner.
That's awesome. Yeah, what a way to treat your family. All right. I have been really loving Forever Print. I know not everyone has tried it, so I'm going to, again, encourage you to take an hour and really experience and try Forever Print. If you're an artisan user, try something, leave your mind open. It's not Artisan. It's not supposed to replace Artisan. It's not for your Artisan loving clients. It's for everyone in your life that doesn't use Artisan. And if you're anything like me, I have a very large client, friend and family base that do not use Artisan. And I have a nice size people that do use Artisan, but certainly the number has a huge variance. I really encourage you to try Forever Print. All of my friends and family that have been trying print that do not use Artisan have been loving it. I mean, I made a book with a friend today that actually was an Artisan user, but she couldn't get anything done. And I said she wanted to do her trip book in Artisan. I said, okay, Lisa, you can do it in Artisan, but first just try this. And if you don't like it after 5 pages, you can go, we can go back to Artisan. But let's try this first. And guess what? 5 pages later, she is making her book in Forever Print. So I really encourage you to try it.
What template did you use?
What
template did she use? Do you remember?
she used the Modern and Bright. It was a Hawaii book. So this is my friend Mandy. She's a busy mom, as you can see, and she usually was a traditional scrapbooker, but she just didn't have time or space for anything anymore. So the first time she tried print was at my weekend retreat last year, and she easily completed a 99-page book for her family's 2016 year. She was smiling ear to ear. In a short weekend, she completed a whole year, 99 digital pages, and she had never touched digital before in her life. She couldn't get over how simple it was, and there was no training required. My book is beautiful. It's packed with wonderful memories and stories for my family, and they will now remember for a lifetime. And so here's a picture of her children and her husband looking at their book, which is truly priceless in her eyes. And she loves Forever Print, and she is not going back. So sorry, Traditional, we have gained Mandy as our Forever fan, and so many other people of my friends and family that are not Artisan users. So if you have a traditional friend, or maybe what I'm doing this weekend is I've been kind of trying to connect with some of the people. I have my weekend retreat this coming weekend, and I'm going to reach out this week, next couple of days, to my traditional girls to see if there's 20 to 100 photos they would like a book done fast, because we all know. So one of my friends, she has kids that are in sports, so I'll do a little Facebook stalking, because we're friends, and see that, say, they're playing a lot of basketball games. And so I can call her and say, oh my gosh, so much basketball going on. When you coming this weekend, what are you going to work on in your books? And she has been a friend and client of mine for 15 plus years. And she will say something like 2009. And I'll say, oh my gosh, I've been seeing all these great photos of your son playing basketball. Tell me, how would you feel, or how would your son feel if you brought 50 of your favorite basketball photos? And I will help you in 30 minutes to an hour tops. I will help you make a book for him with his 50 favorite basketball photos from this year. How would he feel if in a week a book showed up for him? I know she's going to love it. I mean, who couldn't? And I'll help her make a quick Forever Print book, and then she'll be back to her traditional scrapbooking. And she probably will those pictures in her traditional scrapbook as well, but that will probably be in about 5 or 7 years. So I think it's great that her son can have something in his hands until then. So how can you open the conversation with someone new? Like, you could say, oh my gosh, I just made a book with 100 photos in our vacation in an hour. I can't believe how easy it was. I see you on a vacation. I would love to show you how I did it. Again, go from experience instead of selling, right? I didn't tell you all the features and the benefits of Forever Print. Connected with an experience or a story. And now we're all friends with Mandy. So you can share with your friends, my friend Mandy, made this book for a whole year for her family. And she used to be a traditional scrapbooker. So who will you tell first? Type it in. And we're going to keep moving on. So to time, we're going to hurry here. But I wanted to share that I don't have magical words. A lot of times people ask me what I say, and I don't have anything magical to say. Sometimes it comes out like babble. I know it does, but I always am just trying to ask questions and connect to people's hearts. That's kind of my goal. And I don't have hurt feelings when they say no or they don't reply to me, because it happens to me all the time. Yesterday or the day before, I had a girl had a video converted. And so I said to her, how did your video work out well? And so you can tell this is not worded well, because I often just type faster than I think. And I just wrote, I was wondering if you would like to learn a quicker way, a new program I'm using to make books for your family. I know you're a busy mom like me. See, I have typos and all, and it's okay because there is no magic words. She replied right back. It did. The video came back. Thank you. Yes, I'm very interested. I still need to make 2 baby books. And I just want you to know there's not a wrong way to share your heart with other people. There's not a wrong way or a right way to offer to people. It always comes out different in my mouth. It never comes out the same. Sometimes it comes out good. Sometimes it doesn't come out good. But people know that I mean well and I have good intentions because I always try to share how it can benefit their life, how it's experienced me, or I ask questions about them. And so I just want you to know that I believe you. I believe in you. We believe in you. And we know that whatever comes out of your heart will be heartfelt. But we do also know that we can't just set goals and hope that they come true. We can't just hope to hit the $1,000 consistency bonus and just hope people come to us because in all reality, it just doesn't happen. So you have to open your mouth. You have to step out of your comfort zone. I know that's hard for some of you and you have to do it. So Madeline is going to now share a story about an ambassador.
So on the ambassador, the heart story is you guys. We want you to share your heart. So has Forever made a positive impact in your life? Do you enjoy being a Forever ambassador and the perks that come with it? Do you know all the perks? Then don't be selfish, because when Sherry and I were talking about this, we both had the similar experience in a previous business that we had, that we were so new at having our own business, and then all of a sudden realizing that it was a business and that we could help other people not only preserve their memories but have a business. Then that was such an aha moment. So don't be selfish. Offer the gift to others. Tell them why it has blessed you and why you thought it would benefit them too. Let them decide. Some will say no, that's okay. But if you don't offer it, it certainly is a no. And why not offer and let them decide? Nothing to lose by offering. So just share your heart of why you love it. And for me, it just comes back pretty much every single day that we meet not just with being an ambassador. We don't meet just a financial need. We meet an emotional, mental need that people have in your own life and helping other people. I just love the community that we built. That I just don't feel you don't get in many other companies like we have with Forever.
Madeline, has ever anyone been angry and said, "Don't be my friend," after you've offered them the business?
No, nobody's ever been angry. They're always like, "You want me to? You thought of me?"
Yeah, like I can't, right. There's nothing to lose by offering because your friends are. They're more so going to be honored that you think they can do it. I've heard so many people say, "I'm honored you've asked. It's not the right time for me, but I'm honored to ask you to ask." So I love this one. I heard this on the ambassador call, I believe, last week, and I loved it. And I apologize. She was a great speaker right at the end. So there's another reason to listen to the Home Office Ambassador webinar. Please do. But she said the last person to talk buys. And as you can imagine, I struggle a little bit with that. But I keep telling myself when I talk to new people, just keep asking questions. I say, keep asking questions, Jerry. Keep asking questions. Let them talk and just answer their questions. So listen to this scenario and see what you think. So there I am, and I am strolling down the grocery store tonight, my kid's favorite aisle, the candy aisle, and we're cruising along, and there's Madeline. I haven't seen Madeline for a long time. Oh my gosh, Madeline, it is so good to see you. I have not seen you forever.
So good to see you, Sherry. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Are you still at the hospital?
I am, and so forgive me, but are you still doing that, like that, scrapbooking, the sticker stuff? Are you still doing that kind of stuff?
I still love photos. Don't get me wrong. So can I ask you? Do you take photos?
Well, yeah. I'll probably take a selfie of you and me because I'm so excited to see you. But with my phone.
That sounds good. We should do that. Yeah. I just love to help busy people. Find a way that they can enjoy their photos. And I don't know, do you have a system that's working for you? Are you enjoying your photos?
Well, I don't know if I'm like other people, but I'm taking a lot of photos of and I'm kind of gotten overwhelmed a little bit.
You know,
So-
I don't know if you're interested, but my favorite thing is just, I mean, to help people find a way. It's truly kind of become a passion of mine. I love helping people celebrate their photos. And I have just, you know, in just little nooks and crannies of my day, like, you know, like I think before, you know, scrapbooking had to take hours upon hours. Now we just do 15 minutes here and there. I mean, if I could show you a way that in 15 minutes a day, a few days a week, you could kind of get in control with the new system, you know, would that be something that interests you? Because I would love to get together with you. We'd have so much fun. I would love to help you out.
I would love that, but I don't want to haul out all the paper and stuff, like, you know, you remember how we used to do
You know
that?
what? Coffee's on me. Let's get together. I need to hear about your family. I miss you. I can't believe we ran into each other at the grocery store. I don't have time right now to chat, but if I text you, could we do coffee sometime and just catch up?
That'd be great.
Oh, I
would love that. I would love
cannot wait. All right. So it's a little awkward when you're like, you know, doing this as a fake thing, but, you know, try to build relationships, try to connect, help. Toss it out there, you know, don't drown them with details. And I always love the saying, if I could show you a way, would you like to hear more? If I could help you this, would you like to hear more? I always want to ask for permission to keep sharing. I don't ever want to go, you know, on and on without. And then I don't ever want to give out too much information here. I want to connect at a different time. This is not a place where she's going to remember my website. Even if I gave her a card, it would probably go in the bottom of the grocery bag. So you just want to connect. All right, so let's get out a paper pen, and we're going to go through this really quick. I know we're kind of getting short on our time. That's okay. So get out a pen and paper. I think this is a great thing we did last month, and I think it's so important. I think we're going to do it every month at the end. So you can remember to get out your pen and paper at the beginning of the night. I should probably remind you. And there we go. Let's go, Madeline. We're going to go fast with this.
Okay, write down 5 names on your paper you want to build a relationship with and offer them a photo solution. Remember, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. You know more than them. Just remember that. You don't have to be an expert, simply experience and then share. Okay, so who comes to your mind? Just start writing down.
All right, try to get 5 names of people like Madeline in the grocery store that you run into, because I don't know about you, but I do run into people in the grocery store. So why did you think of them? After their name, write why did you think of them? And what will you share with them? Like, did you just notice that they went on a family vacation? Did you notice they take a lot of basketball pictures? Do you notice they're into genealogy? So write down why you thought of them and what you will share with them, because now you have started a list of people that you can reach out to and build your relationship and share with them.
Okay, is this my slide?
Yes.
I'm writing down my names. Okay, how will you share? Call, in person, Facebook message, text, email. Write down how after their name. All right.
So write down. And then where will you share with them? Will you share one-on-one? And when you have one-on-one, always say, if you have a friend that you think might benefit or needs to learn more, invite them along. I turn a lot of one-on-ones into one-on-twos just by saying, bring a friend along. Screen sharing. Do you not live local? Screen share with them. Meet at the coffee shop. You know, buy them a cup of coffee. It will be worth it. Would you like to come around my kitchen table? Monday, I have 3 people coming to my kitchen table here, right, you know, at my house that I haven't seen for years because I ran into them. And I said, oh my gosh, let's get together. What works for you? And it ended that my kitchen table was most convenient. So I'm thrilled to connect with them on Monday. Will you have a Facebook event? There's a new one out there that I helped Home Office with, a 1-hour Facebook event. Your friends and family don't have to listen or talk. They just read comments and read and comment posts. And they do that all the time on Facebook anyway. I will continue to offer these monthly, as well as a lot of senior execs are offering these monthly. So ask us when our next date is. Maybe you have a no frills monthly event like I do, a click club, no frills. I don't do anything. It's like show up and help people. Or maybe you have a click club, or maybe you do an event. Maybe you do a bigger event. So right where you will share with them.
Okay, and when will you share with them? So we're getting into the tight thing now. Write down a date or a time.
We're watching. Give give yourself a week. You know, if you have 5 names, there's no reason why by next Wednesday you can't have those names in. Like, give yourself maybe 1 a day, or maybe you're real adventurous. Maybe you'll call them all tomorrow. We can't wait to hear. All right, so we want you to experience forever. If you have not experienced forever print, if you have not experienced forever storage, if you have not experienced, and you can use the 2 free gigs if you don't want to invest right now, that's totally fine, but get your hands in there. Try media conversion. Try, if you're an artisan user or print, you know, if you're not an artisan user, then that's okay. Just start with print. And if you're an historian user, experiencing, use it. Use those 15 minutes a day. So experience, share, and then experience, share, and repeat. So after you touch base with these 5 people, simply repeat. And if you need help with hesitations or what to say or to help you make it more comfortable, just talk to your upline. We're here to help you. All of us are here. And also, I like to say, I'm not sure, I'll get back to you. Sometimes I say it when I totally know the answer. Isn't that sneaky? It gives me a reason to follow up with them. They don't know I know the answer. It also makes, you know, it makes it look more doable that they could be an ambassador. I don't know all the answers. So there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not sure. That's a great question you had, and I'll get back to you. You certainly don't have to be the expert. You just have to have passion and share. All right,
Andy, you were cracking up with her comments. She's like, drop them with a small gift, homemade cookies produced from your garden. They have a harder time turning you away if you come bearing gifts.
You can come to my
house.
house.
A great time for that. I mean, right? Okay, so here is your challenge. We want you to text, message, Facebook, whatever, your senior execs, Pam, myself, Mariana, or Bridget, when you talk or text to your first new person by noon tomorrow, noon Eastern time.
So there has to be communication back and forth. You text, but they have to reply. It has to be a 2-way conversation.
Dang it. That's perfect. Okay, and so, and then we're going to send you a Valentine's surprise designed by our lead ambassador, Kylie Wyatt. Thank you, Kylie. And we have a special surprise for you when you report in. So
right.
Just let your senior know that you did it, and we'll send you this little Valentine's surprise.
Thank you, Kylie, for designing for us. All right. Well, we did pretty good. We have 10 minutes left to the hour, so I call it a success. Our goal is always to have the whole event wrapped up in an hour, to respect your time. But we would love for you to come. You can either type in or we can have an open chat. I will unmute everyone in a second, where you can ask any questions or any comments. And if you don't have a question, why not pick one of these and share with us? We'd love to hear your voice. So I am going to unmute everyone. And if you are in a noisy background, you can *6. Okay, so we're all unmuted, so if you need to, and then we'll do the drawing. You know what? I'm actually going to stop the recording now. So thank you for listening in. If you're listening to the recording, if you have any questions, please talk to your upline or your senior exec. We are certainly here for you. But the drawing is for those on live, and so we'll do that in a minute. And I think it's kind of hard to listen to questions on things. So I'm going to stop and then come back. Hello, shut off. Why am I?